my concern as well.
Okay, well, we'll come back to that, and we'll fully vet that out, but let's let everybody know what it is we're talking about, and then we can come back and talk about who got it first. So Senator Rapert, you're recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Any of you that care to answer, who regulates this hybrid entity?
It will be regulated both by DHS and the Insurance Commissioner.
Okay.
And they will have to follow the federal rules dealing with Medicaid managed care.
I'll save the rest of my questions till later. That sets me up. Thank you.
Excellent, you can continue now, please.
Thank you so much. I'll try to move through just a handful of slides very quickly. As Director Gillespie indicated, this is a concept in motion. We are building the car as we started out with a concept, but obviously there are many, many parts that have to be discussed and put together. But overall, if I can start on the first slide, that this is really what I call organized care in a manner that individuals who are high cost, high risk, who will benefit greatly from an organized approach to coordinating their care. And these are limited to high cost individuals, those with behavioral health needs and developmental disability population that will go through an independent assessment process and be identified as in tier 2 or tier 3, which indicates that they need a high level of intensive services to meet their needs. It builds on what we already have here in Arkansas, the person-centered medical homes. Again, this is an approach that does not try to replace or disrupt the fee-for-service system that is already here in Arkansas, that the tradition and the history of fee-for-service would be continued. But we are not disrupting this for the entire Medicaid population. We've got 1.1 million people on Medicaid right now. This is for a small group of high-cost individuals, so it's a very targeted approach and leaves everyone else alone. No one else is going to have changes in their service delivery model. It's also builds on proven models. A number of states already have what are called regional care coordinating organization. Oregon and Colorado are two in particular that have been very well known. But it is unique to Arkansas in that those models, and I want to hasten to say this, if you go and start looking at Oregon and Colorado, there are still big differences between what those states have done and what we are proposing here. Those models go to their entire Medicaid population. As I said, ours is very limited. Their models introduced a number of other payment reforms. We do not do those things. So again, I don't want to say, if you look at those states, this is what we're doing, because that is not the case. The idea, though, that they are regional coordinated care organizations that are given certain responsibilities and tasks for organizing and coordinating the care for those populations. The second slide, please. The principles that we have laid out and that we are following, first and foremost, that this be provider-led, that it's comprehensive, integrating the whole person care. So the small number of people who are involved, their entire care would be coordinated through the system, both in their waiver services and in their acute care needs, because in many respects, and it has become increasingly recognized, of integrating behavioral health services in with physical health services. You have an individual who has multiple complex medical decisions. Is it the individual's mental illness that is that is the root cause of how the individual is functioning today, or is it because the individual also has diabetes and his blood sugar is low. So again, this integrated approach that you're looking at the whole person. It would be designed to meet the 5-year savings target. Again, it's very clear that this model would be built on attaining the same levels of savings that the task force has discussed and by the Stevens group. Reducing costs by managing the care, not just by money. What I mean by that is often managed care organizations, larger organizations, so much of that is about the risk and financing side of that. All of those are very important, but it's the managing the care of these individuals to make sure they're getting the appropriate level of care, that there's not overutilization or underutilization. And in many respects, we would expect individuals to increase their use of primary care. We would expect an increase in greater adherence to the medications they are on, for example.